Just put that freaking bug repellent lotion on my face and it's burning my lips, man. So guys, we're back again in Palawan. We are at Quezon City and just found this awesome little hangout spot. So let's do some videos. So today I want to talk about doing things alone. I got a couple notes here. We're going to do multiple videos on doing things alone, being alone, how to be okay with being alone, and basically why you need to be alone to grow or progress in life. You can't always do things on a team, okay? What if your team is not there? Are you just going to wait till they get there? What if they're busy that day? You know, this one example I have with this is going to the gym. My friend brought this up and he says, you don't need to buy the ticket. You can just come with me every time. And basically I was like, no, I'll buy the subscription, because if you can't come and I want to come, then I can't come. So, you know, basically relying on that friend or your team to get you to the place where you need to progress and become better, you're reliant on them. You don't want to be reliant on people for anything in life, guys. You need to work on that. It's a skill. It's a progression in life. The more independent you can become, not only the more free you become, but you know, the more resilient, the stronger you become. I'm out here basically going around the whole island of Palawan by myself, and if I had another person with me, just another example, I wouldn't be able to sit here and do this video with you guys right now. Because what would I tell them? Oh, hang on over there for 30 minutes. Go keep busy. Go do something for 30 minutes. They're gonna be like, no, man. And I really wish I could be looking at this way, but you guys can look this way for now, and I'll look here for now. But so we got some notes on this one. So on new ventures, you may have friends or family or acquaintances want to join you. An example, business, a new business, your spiritual journey, an adventure like we're on now. If this is your calling for personal growth, you might learn more, grow, or even succeed better without them. They might bring little or nothing, or even hinder your ability and drive with their negativity, their doubt, or simply because they are not at your level. And I don't mean to say this as like, you know, narcissistic-y, like, oh, I'm better than everybody, nobody can stand up to me. I know plenty of people that are above my level at many things, certain things, different things. It's basically, you need to, in my opinion, guys, when I'm saying you need to, this is just my opinion, you know, take it or leave it. This is the channel, this is my channel, and these are lessons I've learned over my life that I'm trying to share with you guys. So not always when I say you need to do this, you need to do that, it's just my advice, guys. Take it or leave it, you know. So basically, people you bring along on your journey, they can hold you back, okay? And many people, especially parents and teachers, I've heard a lot in my life, oh, don't blame them, it's not their fault, you know, stop putting the blame on other people. And it's like, no, really, some people can hold you back in life. And the older you get, either you're going to realize that or you're not. And I suggest learning that sooner than later. You don't always need another person with you to grow or progress. When you're in the gym, you're lifting weights. It doesn't matter if you're with one friend, 5 friends, literally if you're with 3 or 4 friends. We used to do this back in high school. You're in between sets and you still got like 2 other guys that need to go when you're ready to go. So that's literally holding you back. That's literally taking time away from your growth. Not only that, but they would get caught up in conversations, and basically the gym routine ends up being like a hangout. And I'll see, you know, younger high school kids doing this. Well, back when I was in America, I would run into the same thing. Younger guys than me going in with their friends, and it becomes more of a hangout than an actual, like, let's push it to the limit. Alright. That song was Push It to the Limit, by the way, guys. For those of you youngins that don't know. But guys, a lot of things where you think you need somebody with you comes down to self-confidence, comes down to fear and self-doubt. Got some of these birds zipping and winding up in here, man. So even just doing simple things by yourself, going out to eat by yourself. I remember when the last Star Wars movie came out, I was supposed to meet my friend at the movie theater. And I text him and I'm looking for him, and he's like, bro, I'm at this movie theater, not that one. So, you know, instead of cancel the whole plans or try to run over there and be with him for and miss, you know, half the movie, I just stayed, you know. Some of you hopefully would think that's common sense, but that was just a moment in time that stuck out to me. That was the first time I kind of went to a movie by myself, and it was epic, man. Like the last Star Wars movie, I got totally into it because I wasn't next to a person or my friend who might have been maybe taken away from the immersion, is that the word? Immersion into the movie. But also traveling. So traveling here, I've teamed up with a couple of friends. We've met some good friends traveling, but also with ladies that I've met along the way that, you know, kind of try to join our travel on the travel channel, and like literally they can't keep up. Like literally I'm walking too fast, or literally walking too long, where they keep losing me, I keep losing them because they're back, and then you know, I'll see them texting or something, and I'm like, yo, let's go. You know, I brought you out to join the adventure, not to hang out 30 feet back every 10 minutes. So, you know, getting more independent in life, it's only going to help you guys grow. It's only going to help you become more resilient. When you don't have people's distractions and other people's drama in your life, your mind starts to flow. It starts to flow smoother. You start to think about your thoughts, not about what this guy's telling you or what your girlfriend is affecting your mind. You know, your mind is like a computer. It has RAM, random access memory, for all our Daft Punk fans out there. It's got RAM that works in the background. Your mind is the same way. When you get rid of the distractions, when you get rid of the drama, the politics, the things that people's problems, they're not even your problems, but when they vent to you, they basically are giving you, it's a transfer of energy. They're giving you their negative energy. It makes them feel better because they vented it out to you, but now you basically absorb that energy, and now you feel like shit for the rest of the day. Or you start worrying, and literally your mind starts thinking of like how to solve their problems. So, or you just don't care because you're, you know, a psychopath or whatever. So it's not, I'm not trying to say like get away from everybody. That can be good too, man. You know, I'm at a point in my life where I'm basically what would we say, auditing my relationships, and really going through with seeing like who in my life is there for me, who in my life returns, you know, mutual knowledge, mutual progression, who's trying to keep up and who's trying to push me to get better as well. And then who's just there, kind of along for the ride. You know, you don't talk to them in 3 months, they owe you money, You know, you never really have good conversations. You never have intellectual conversations. It's always about video games or politics, just things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things. You know, people that only talk about the news, man, like that's one thing I love being in Southeast Asia. I haven't heard anything to do with politics. One, because I can't understand the language, so even if they are talking about politics, I've heard a couple other guys mention that on channels, and they're totally right. I don't know what's going on in American politics right now, and I really don't care. Because my mental health right now is as best as it's been in a long time, man. I don't have to listen to drama. I don't have to listen to family dynamics, like negative dynamics. I can come out here, find this amazing landscape, and just sit and talk and think to you guys and let my mind flow, where I don't have to self-censor myself. I've got more used to being on camera, so now my thoughts are actually flowing. The people in my life and the introjects, as Sam Vaknin would say, from some of the narcissistic people in my life, they're gone. They're starting and they're ending, and they're getting out of my mind. Because these people, especially narcissists, man, this bird is just doing laps. Here he comes. Look at that, man. Just stuff like that, you know? I wouldn't have seen that bird doing laps, flying right in front of the camera, if I was at home back in America, sitting on the couch, watching TV, playing video games, drinking, you know, partying, just doing stupid, non-progressive stuff in life, man. There's more to life than all that. And going into partying and drinking. What do you do partying and drinking? You go hang out with your friends. You're not alone, usually. If you are alone drinking, you have a more alcoholic issue. And but at the same time, you know, that gets into more mental health issue of coping over something, which is not good, but that's a different issue. The people that drink, a lot of them have bar buddies. They're not really your friends. You guys are only just going to the bar to enable each other so you can feel good about what you're doing in the moment, not thinking about future, not thinking about health, not thinking about what is this going to cause? Are these relationships real? FYI, they're not. Probably 9 out of 10 times. You know, you stop drinking, you stop going to that bar, you guys don't have anything in common. You guys aren't going to keep hanging out, you know, because crab in the bucket scenario. You're trying to better your life, and then these guys are going to see you stop drinking, and they're gonna start talking shit. They're going to start trying to bring you back down when you're trying to escape that cope, whatever you're coping over, probably some past trauma. And you're trying to basically get that out so you can stop coping. Your mind can start to re-regulate to a healthy, normal baseline. And then you can actually try to go back and see, you know, what caused this? Why am I drinking? Why am I, why do I have to drink every night? Why do I have to go party with the guys every weekend? Basically, doing things on your own is going to push you to see what you can actually take and what you can actually handle. I guess the gang scenario goes into this too. How people in gangs, you know, they're very tough. They're very macho. They think they're invincible when they're with 16 other guys. You get some of those guys alone and they're little pansies, man. And you know, that gets into tribal survivalism, survival instincts. We've been born with that, you know, lizard brain stuff. But when you get out and do things on your own, you start to get stronger by yourself. Not the whole gang starts to get stronger with the more gang members they get. That happens, yeah, but you pick out one of them, Sure, of course, some of the guys are going to be very tough. And those are probably the leaders that actually don't need the other peons or whatever you want to call them. But even strength, man, like physical strength does not always mean you're strong. Yeah, physically you're strong, but mentally, that's a thing that I do not completely agree with. It goes both ways, hand in hand. Yeah, mental strength can build physical strength. Physical strength can build mental strength, but there's also mental things that being strong in the gym has nothing to do with. Being alone, that's one of them, you know? There's plenty of strong guys out there that feel completely, I guess, worthless, or they have a very low self-esteem, which could be one of the reasons they're going to the gym, to compensate for that. But, you know, many of them, when they're alone... Alright, so half the video just cut out, and I couldn't see because I was on the back camera. And the sunset actually looks a lot nicer on this side. Many of those guys that go to the gym, like endlessly, they could be coping for something. I'm not saying all of them are, but it could be, I think a lot of, maybe not a lot, I think some of them are coping with a low self-esteem, probably brought upon them by parents or teachers in the past, leading them to think that they're not capable of much, or they're not good enough, which in many cases, if not all cases, is probably bullshit. And they're going to the gym endlessly to compensate for that. So I don't know if I said this in the past 18 minutes or not, but that is a healthier version than coping through drugs, alcohol, you know, prawn, S3X addiction. Motorbike coming. But it's still a cope, man. So, yeah, being alone is how you find your inner self, man. That's how you find you. That's how you get rid of all the introjects that society, teachers, news, videos, social media stars you look up to. All of them is basically downloading crap into your brain that is making you more like them. It's not making you into you. You need to be alone to find you. You know, this world probably wants you. Like, I literally talk to people, man, and they start spewing just all the talking points, all the mainstream stuff, and it's literally like cookie cutter versions of people, and you're just like, okay, you're like the same as 90% of people, and I can't do it, man. I don't. It's like, you know what they're gonna say before they say it. It's like, yeah, I read that news article too. Well, probably not, because nobody actually reads the articles anymore. They just read the headline and then send it out. And then you read the article, bring something up in the article, and they're like, what? It's like, yeah, did you read the article you sent me, or you just read the headline? Yeah, you just read the headline. Did you read who actually wrote the article and their credentials? No, of course not. I just read the headline. So I believe that as God's holy fact, because some ding-dong wrote this article and it got posted to BuzzFeed and shared to me on Facebook. But yeah, man, you gotta get alone. You gotta be alone in life for a little bit, not always. You know, the spiritual guys will call it hermit mode. I've been in it many times in my life. I'm in one now. And what did we do? We're getting 2 YouTube channels finally started and rocking and rolling. Been busting ass at that almost every day. And again, I'm not saying this as, look at me, I'm on YouTube, I'm doing this and that. I'm saying this as, if I wasn't alone, I can't get my mind regulated. I can't get my baseline, because it's always got this person's introject, this person's introject, and they're all warping my baseline, man. I can't think, because you're too busy. Your background mind is too busy thinking about this other drama and this other politics and crap that doesn't even matter. How many times have you watched the news and it's actually changed your life? How many? I don't think one. Maybe the sniffle situation back in, what is it, 2020, 2022, whenever the hell that happened. Yeah, maybe that was good to know that that was coming. Actually, if you actually did your own research, you would have known 2 months ahead of time before it hit the mainstream news. So again, you didn't really need the news for that. You needed to do some a little bit of underground research, I guess we can call it. And basically anything in the news that happens that's worth a shit, I hear somebody else tell me anyway. So I don't need to read up on Facebook. I don't need to sit down the news and watch the news 4, 5, 6 hours a day after work and fall asleep to it. Where that's a whole nother thing, because then your mind gets on, what is it, theta, alpha brainwaves or whatever, and then basically that's just programming you subconsciously, and you don't even know about it. So another video in itself. But yeah, guys, all I can say really is spend some time alone, man, and you'll find out what you're capable of. You'll get stronger mentally, probably physically, because eventually it'll probably lead to that as well. But building your mental strength is just as important, if not more important, than physical strength. A military saying is, I don't know what the exact saying is, but the best way to win a fight is to avoid it. If you know a fight is coming, use your brain. Get out of there, okay? You don't need to. It's your ego telling, oh, I gotta stay. I gotta save America. I gotta stay in America. Yeah. What happened back with the when that happened? What did everybody do? Nothing. Oh, stay in your house. Oh, don't go out for 2 years. Let your business fail. Don't go see your friends and family. Stay inside. Don't get vitamin D from the sun. Don't work out. Yeah, that really worked out, didn't it? Just getting out here, man. Quiet. Peace. You can think. You can re-regulate some of those emotions that have been suppressed by your conscious or unconscious thoughts. Will start to come to the surface and arise. And you can think through them. You can realize that they are there. That is a splinter in your mind that you might not have known was there, because you're distracting yourself with video games, with drugs, alcohol, girls, even knowledge. I've done that with knowledge before, researching too much psychology videos on YouTube. Sometimes I'm just like, I need a break, man. I need to remember who I am and remember what I've been through and overcome. And being alone will help you do that. So I'm going to end it there. I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff. We'll do a few more videos for sure on being alone. I had too many notes I had to swipe through real quick, so I just picked the one. And yeah, if you made it this far, appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully this helps you guys. Write comments in the comment section. I can try and answer them. One-on-ones, we will be doing that if we're not already. So check the description box, and maybe we can link up on the phone or Skype or whatever we end up doing, and try to help you through some situations. Also, man, just a quick thing with the women. If you're going from women to women to women, that is also a cope. That can be a cope. Being alone from a relationship for a while can be good for you. Obviously you need to do the trial and error on relationships. Figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, and then create your unicorn girl in your head and hopefully find her eventually. But, again, when you're in the hermit mode, when you're in your own energy and you're okay with that, when you finally get to that point, you don't need a woman. You don't need a woman to complete you, bro. And ladies, you don't need a man to complete you. That's signs of future disaster in a relationship. If you need somebody to complete you. Because then you do get together, and then when y'all split up, if you split up, and you guys both become alone, neither of you are comfortable being alone. And then you lose it. Because, oh, she's gone, he's gone, what am I going to do now? Keep grinding, keep living, keep doing the thing you were doing before you met her or him. And, you know, when the time comes, the time comes. If the time comes. If it doesn't, that's okay, man. You gotta get to that point. When you're okay being alone, man, it is so freeing. It's so freedom, independence. It's a part of freedom. You're not reliant on anybody to make you feel okay, or make you feel complete, or make you feel safe. You know, when you're really okay with that. And guys, some of these topics we're going, you have to really be okay with it. You can understand something and still not really be okay with it. You can understand things, yet it still does not have like a full-on impact download into your brain. You could get like halfway through the download and you're like, okay, I see where it's going, but I don't really resonate with it internally. You know, I get the extrinsic idea, but I don't fully vibe with it. And then it's like that thought, that vibration has not internally impacted you. It might have to an extent, but until you like actually believe, you know, go into the Matrix, like Neo, when he was talking to what's her face, the Oracle. At first he was unsure, and then she's like, "You're not the one, kid." But really, she knew he was the one the whole time, but he didn't know it. So until he knew it, and until he internalized it, that's when he became the one. That's when he saved the Matrix, or the world, or whatever he saved. But yeah, it took him being alone, being okay with himself, understanding himself, fully integrating that into his body, his energy, his vibe, to where it actually changed him and the entire world. So we'll leave it at that. I'm sure this video is like crazy long already, but yeah, again guys, thank you if you made it through the whole way. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff so YouTube can push these out and try to help some more people. And write in the comments if you got questions. I'll be looking through those. If it spurs an idea, I'll make a video on it, or again, one-on-one. Check it in the comments. All right.